Hello, my name is Kadrean, and I'll be educating all of you on the beauty of sports, including basketball, football, and baseball when the playoffs come around. I'll also talk about the berries from time to time. Week 3 of college football concluded, and there's pretty big storylines swarming across the nation. Obviously, the biggest one is that Colorado has started 3-0 after going 1-11 last season. They're the 4th team in FBS history to start 3-0 after losing 11-plus games the previous year. The best thing I saw was the Colorado State game, which ended in double overtime with the final score being 43-35, favoring the Buffaloes.
Nicolosi steps up into the end zone, in a crowd, no good! Picked off by Woods, and it's over! Buffaloes win it!
Unfortunately, I fell asleep at the start of the fourth quarter because the game lasted until 2 a.m.
A lot of guys you doubted, one of them from HBCU. I think he had 510 yards passing in a Power 5 football game. And he happened to be my son, and I'm proud of him tremendously. Defensively, we had some letdowns, but the guys came and made the plays when they needed. I think we broke a record. Everything we do seems like a record.
Alabama appears to have a QB problem, as in their win against a woeful USF team, Tyler Buckner and Ty Simpson played terribly. In my opinion, they should go back to Jalen Milroe, who started the first 2 games of the season.
A set of downs again for Alabama. Bad snap. Milroe scoops it up. And he's trying to make something out of nothing. The ad-lib for the quarterback in his second start, and he is in!
Georgia and Michigan, who are the favorites to meet in the national championship come January, started the year 3-0 as expected, but Georgia had a scare against South Carolina. Georgia was down 14-3 at half, but ended up outscoring South Carolina 21-0 in the second half.
Over here, watch them do their job. Boom, one in, one on the other way. Beautiful hole.
The 2 biggest upsets were unranked Missouri beating 15th ranked Kansas State and unranked Florida beating 11th ranked Tennessee.
Etienne picks his way, follows his block, and Burr's still going. Etienne in a foot race, and he'll win it. Touchdown, Gators.
Notre Dame, who I assume is a fan favorite among the school, has started 4-0. The NFL's Week 2 just concluded, and it was just as amazing as last week, maybe even better. From the Patriots tight end Mike Gesicki's improbable lateral to offensive lineman Cole Strange on 4th down just for it to fall just short of the line to gain, to the Broncos having a 21-3 lead, then choking it all away, then throwing the last-second Hail Mary for a touchdown and then fail on a 2-point conversion because of a defensive pass interference.
It's caught! Brandon Johnson! And Denver's prayer is answered!
You've got to be disciplined here if you're Washington.
Wilson to the end zone, batted down.
That just shows a glimpse of how insane this week really was. One of the craziest quarters of all time happened when the Browns and Steelers faced off. On the first play of the game, Deshaun Watson threw a pick 6 to Alex Highsmith to put the Steelers up 7. You know what? I'm just going to let y'all watch it for yourself.
Chubb splits out to the top of the screen. Quick throw and picked off. The deflection and intercepted by Highsmith. Touchdown. What a start for the Steelers.
Some other headlines are that the Bengals started 0-2 after reaching the AFC Championship last year and the Super Bowl 2 years ago. The Colts won over the Texans, who boast 2nd overall pick C.J. Stroud at QB, but Anthony Richardson got concussed late in the first half and missed the rest of the game. The Giants came back on the disastrous Cardinals after being down 20-0 at half. Fun fact, the Giants got outscored 60-0 in their first 6 quarters, with them losing 40-0 against the Cowboys last week. Lastly, Nick Chubb, arguably the best running back in the NFL, just suffered a season-ending knee injury in the second quarter against the Steelers. It's a very gruesome injury. Well, that's it for today, but I'll be back to educate the masses on how magnificent sports are. One thing, always remember that I'm easily the best sports analyst in this school.